Welcome back. Right now, Tim Jemal is with us from the South Orange County Community College District. And I think I put you down as a trustee, which you are, but you're also the board president. And you brought along some slides for us. Let us know what's going on in the world of the College District, which of course is 3 campuses, Irvine Valley, of course, ATEP, which is the Advanced Technology and Education Park that is moving along in Tustin, and also, of course, Saddleback.
Correct.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going on.
Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, it's good to see you. And you know, we often talk about that even though you kind of serve as a whole board, you do represent, or you do come out of different districts.
Correct.
And for instance, with you, you are a part of your district includes Mission Viejo and Rancho Santa Margarita. And we're going to bring up some slides here that'll show all that, right?
I think
we'll
so.
bring up some slides. Yeah,
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and we have at-large elections.
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean. At-large.
At-large elections, meaning that the entire district itself votes, as opposed to just those in the district area we represent, which is different from some cities and other public agencies who are now moving towards district-based elections.
Yes,
but
exactly.
We have not done that, and time to time it is looked at. It's usually evaluated during the census to make sure people aren't being disenfranchised through at-large elections. And I think during the last census they said we were good, but it'll continuously it's looked at on a periodic basis.
Yeah, exactly. So on the next slide here, you are going to be talking about some distinguished guest series, Dorothy Marie Lowry Distinguished Guest Series, and that's coming right to this community.
Yeah, it is, and I don't know that we're going to highlight any specific guests, but I think they come from all backgrounds, educators, sociologists, political commentators.
And are these more talks?
Yes.
In a way? Yeah.
Yeah, and there's an interactive element, and people will be able to ask some questions. So that I think in this day and age, thought-provoking content is a good thing, and I think happy to continue this series.
Yeah, it's a great series, and it's sort of.
I need to get to one myself.
Yeah, it sort of reminds me of the series what people have seen online, TED Talks, type of thing. If people are not familiar with that, it can.
I'm very familiar.
Yeah, which it can just a broad range of different type of people, different type of topics, and it's a very stimulating type of thing. And same thing with this.
Yeah, exactly. And so I encourage people to attend it, even if it looks like you may not agree with what someone says in advance. Check it out. You never know what you might hear.
Yeah, exactly. And you can people can just show up to that, and if you go online to the district website,
SOCCCD.edu. That's Saddleback. That's our district website.
Right.
But then the Saddleback College and IVC have their own websites.
Right, and people can link to there.
Correct.
As well. Now, you guys have been looking for a chancellor, right?
Yeah. Did you know that?
I did know that.
All right.
Yes, I did.
That's a pretty big deal because it's
been a few months, right? Since
our former chancellor resigned last June or early July.
Yeah.
We did commence a search in the fall. The deadline has closed, and as you probably know, I don't know if your viewers know, I mean, we have one employee as a board of trustees, and that's the chancellor. This is the only employee who we directly supervise, hire, fire, evaluate, and if it happens, terminate.
Right.
And so this is a really big deal. We've undertaken a nationwide search, and we do have a search committee comprised of various stakeholder groups within both IVC and Saddleback College. They will screen candidates. We've retained an outside search firm, and then they will recommend finalists to come to us, the Board of Trustees, for finalist interviews. So this is the CEO of the entire district. Very important, sets the tone. And we're looking for the most dynamic individual possible, which is why we've gone nationwide.
Okay, very good. I know, you had a great chancellor before, and you want to continue that tradition.
We do, but we want to grow as well. I mean, I think this is going to be a real great opportunity for the right person.
Now, over at IVC, 30th Annual Astounding Inventions. that were held on a couple days ago on the 28th, right?
Yeah, and I attended it.
Yeah,
and
this looks like it was probably a lot of fun.
Oh, it was terrific. We had over 300 students. I was lucky enough to speak and deliver some welcoming remarks. And I think we had K through 8 were present
nice.
from Tustin Unified and Irvine Unified School Districts. And I mean, it's just awesome. The inventions that the kids come up with are fantastic. Science is partially under attack these days, so it's nice to see that when I ask the students how many people you want to be scientists, and even I'd say 70% of them raise their hands.
Yeah,
and
that's
a
great.
large majority, I'd say majority, I didn't do a scientific count, but there were a significant number of girls there too. And as we see during the educational continuum, girls tend to drop off in pursuing STEM-related careers, science, technology, engineering, and math. So the fact that it's happening at an early age is a really good sign.
Yeah, it is, and I can attest to that because my daughter goes to Melinda Heights, which of course you know about.
Yep.
And of course that whole program there, and the entire district of course is very robust, and all the stuff they learn, and it was really a fantastic program. And
Agreed.
actually, my stepdaughter eventually graduated from Chapman. She's out of Chapman for a couple years now, chemistry major. So
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, my brother-in-law's a chemist at UCI, professor.
Yeah, so very good. It's an important program, it really is. So you had some students that went to the inauguration?
We did. I didn't go. Todd Burnett, who's the president of Saddleback College,
Sure.
led a
Yeah.
delegation there to have them experience an inauguration. There's Todd right
Yeah.
there in the back. We haven't heard and there's Lucy Hendricks, the president of our Associated Student Government, Saddleback College, and that looks like Congresswoman Mimi Walters,
Yes.
who represents this area.
Yeah, of course.
So I think I haven't heard the report. I'm sure they had a memorable experience going through a presidential inauguration.
Yeah.
At our next board meeting, they're supposed to update us on what they've learned.
Yeah.
And I hope they've learned something. And I look forward to hearing back.
Yeah, I bet.
And
that
I
was
told them
quite
the
an
one thing I need to
experience.
hear from them is what was the actual crowd size.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I already told them.
Yeah, oh, that'll be fun. And it will really be interesting, as you said, what their experience was, where they were seated, and all kinds of things. That's gonna be something they're gonna carry with them the rest of their lives.
I think so. I mean,
Yeah.
I would think so. I've been to a couple of presidential inaugurations, and it's an interesting experience.
Yeah.
And I think that they, other than just the festive, it's mostly festive.
Of course, yeah. Yeah.
There's not a lot of deep policy discussions,
No.
but I suppose they'll learn from it and maybe come back with vigor to pursue a career in service.
Yeah, maybe. Now, over at Saddleback College, we always know about just the wonderful their arts, their fine arts, of course, their music arts, just a wonderful presentations. And here's another one, Jazz Day with Walter Smith, and that is coming up on the 25th of February.
Hard to do better than jazz at
Yeah.
Saddleback College.
Right. Oh, yeah. You have
Yeah.
a very robust jazz program.
Absolutely, and I haven't been to a jazz concert in a while. I've seen a couple of piano concertos that have been excellent.
Yeah.
So I imagine that, consistent with past performances, that the jazz performance will be equally terrific.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. And then another one, a piano recital coming up the next day on the 26th.
There you go. So, and that's the one I occasionally attend. Is the Sunday 2:30 p.m. Come, you'll get an
Yeah.
intimate showing.
Yeah.
It doesn't sell out. I wish it would. It doesn't
Yeah.
always sell out, so you'll get a front row seat if you come.
Yeah, and McKinney, it's a nice
Very
theater.
intimate theater.
It is. It's
Even
really
if you're in
nice.
the back, it's fairly intimate.
We were there for the Feast of Lights this
Okay.
year, which was absolutely
Always
wonderful.
a great
Yeah.
event.
And then over at Irvine Valley College, instrumental music coming up, and just on
Yeah,
Friday.
we should note who's actually playing. So I'm not sure who's coming up in terms of the instrumental performance, but well worth seeing. I'm at the Performing Arts Center all the time at IBC for various events. It's a great venue, easy
Yeah.
parking.
I haven't been to that
Easy
one.
parking.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It's very
Better
easy
than McKinney.
parking.
I love McKinney, but the parking is not as conducive as IVCs.
And then after that, later on this month, you're going to have a faculty recital.
Yeah. Well, given my daughter is a violinist, I am going to make every effort to hear him. And
Yeah, this should be nice. Very good. And obviously, and this is someone who teaches there, right? Yeah.
I don't actually know this particular faculty, Iman, but I can imagine it's going to be fantastic.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. And of course, we want to remind people that you can go online and get all the kinds of different information and schedules, of course, emeritus and all that. And I know that ATEP is moving along very nicely.
It's moving along. Could go faster.
Yeah.
It's a real focus and priority for the district to advance ATEP. We're going to actually we've created a new position within the district for someone specifically to help develop ATEP.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, it's a new position. I don't even know if it's posted yet. It is approved, so I can say that. It's supposed to be posted either this week or next week.
All right, very good. Tim, always good to see you.
Thank you.
You take care. And of course, go online to, it's actually SOCCCD, there's 3 C's in there, .edu, and from there you can get to all the other campuses as well and get all the information you need. We'll be right back.
Great.
All right.